It's time, Philly.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards in North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100. And 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, the return, Boston Scott. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. It's a big play there for the Broncos. This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beck. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts airing it out deep for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Here at their own 40-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Broncos 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 31, Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
52's the mic right over there, man. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass.
On second down, Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. On third down, here's Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now it's Wilson. Rolling, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Steps away to his left. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Going for it with Sanders. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Davion Taylor drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play there for Philly. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Hurts. Forced out to his left. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Here's a diving catch right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown. Well, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got Smith here. And he's brought down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, they keep pace for a playoff